Thank you so much, Dark Lake. Hope your YouTube channel is going really well. Sorry that my hair is up on a bun. I'm actually going to go to the gym in a little bit. Hi there, Ritz. How you doing tonight? Or how you doing today? How you doing today? It's so long now that night. Hi, Elizabeth Miller. Thank you so much for coming in. Where did you send your donation? I didn't get any notification. Yeah, I didn't get a notification. I just checked my cash out, my PayPal. I haven't received anything. Sometimes it does take a while. But can you double check for me that it actually sent? I haven't received your donation. Can you make sure you actually send the donation? But sometimes it does take a while to receive the donation. Just tell us that. Hi, can you hear me, Elizabeth? I see. My apologies. Um, my apologies. My microphone wasn't connected, so I just connected my microphone. All right, I received your donation now. So before we start with your question, can you let me know what is your zodiac sign, Elizabeth? What is your zodiac sign? Okay, so your sun is in Capricorn, Cancer, rising, Libra, moon. Okay. And then you wanted to know, let me bring that question up. What's the future of the trailer park of me moving to a new home? All righty. Whoa, one card flew out. I think you've come to a point in your life where you know you deserve better, you deserve more in your life. You want something better, beautiful, bigger, or just something that's just more aesthetically pleasing for you, especially being a Libra moon. You know, you like things that are aesthetically pleasing for you. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. right, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see what is the future of the trailer park and of me moving to a new home. Will you be able to find a place by this year? All right. So we have right here 9 of Wands in reverse, and we have the High Priestess reverse, 4 of Wands reverse, 6 of Swords reverse, the Lovers reverse, Knight of Cups, and the 2 of Coins in reverse. So I think this idea of you finding a place of your own is going to be something that you're going to have to do a lot of brainstorming with. And at the same time, I feel like the whole ordeal about you finding a house, finding a new home is something that kind of freaks you out a little bit or brings you a lot of stress, mainly because you have a lot of things on your plate. But you really want this to be something that you like. Maybe I just see you thinking to yourself, like, maybe if it, like, maybe if I were to find something that I really like, maybe that will motivate me to actually move and actually make things move forward. But the idea of actually making that move is something that stresses you out. But I feel like this is part of your lesson. I feel like this is a life lesson of yours right now with the Judgment card in reverse. This is a life lesson for you. And from what the cards are telling me right here is that this is something that you're going to grow from, because where you are, there's no harmony. At the trailer park that you're in, there's no harmony. I don't know if it's because you broke up with somebody and you need to move out, or there's problems with the landlords, with you and the landlords, or if you have problems with people in the community, like you just don't get along with them, they get into your business. But I'm seeing disharmony in your home or within the community that you're in. But this is going to take a lot of brainstorming, but at the same time, you do have a lot on your plate. You're trying to prioritize other things. But this is a life lesson of yours. You deserve better. And I think you know that. It's just taking a while. Is it beneficial for me to attempt prosecution of the fraudulent owners? I found documentation. Okay. You are completely correct. Full plate, environmental conflict. Right. Okay. Well, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. And I'm so glad that my cards are able to connect with you in your situation. So let's go ahead and see if it would be beneficial for you to prosecute, since you found documentation. Have you already consulted with any lawyers? I'm afraid that the government won't act on it and I will be homeless. Right. Let's see. Let's see if it would be worth it or beneficial for you. in the past, but I just found the best evidence. Okay, okay. Let's see. Should you prosecute? Would it be a good thing? Would things go in your favor if you were to prosecute them? Let's see. Would things go in your favor if you were to prosecute them? There's a 50-50 chance, mainly because I feel like you won't do it. I just feel like you won't do it. Okay. Hypothetically speaking, if she were to prosecute, would things go in her favor? Yes, yes. And at the same time, I see that your life would be different. And the feeling that I get with that is that there will be money. And I think that could help you a lot on the long run. Okay. So I do see you having money. I do see money coming to you. Okay. So I think you should prosecute, but you need to reach out. You're not doing that. You need to reach out. You need to talk to lawyers. You need to consult with them, and don't go with the first lawyer. And I'm saying that also with my personal experience. Don't go with the first lawyer. Okay, go talk to multiple lawyers. See if they all say the same thing, or if one says something different than the other. And use Google too. Okay, but you need to communicate. You need to go out there and talk to people. I do see that you hold a lot of resentment in your heart, and I feel like if you were to just keep your mouth shut and not do the reaching out, unfortunately, I do see that would backfire on you. Okay, let's see. Is it better for you to write it out and bear it until you can go, rather than just not fighting for it? Look, this is the thing. I mean, they're saying yes, but it would only because it'd be a safe bet, right? Because it seems like you can be your own worst enemy, girl. Because if you're not your own best advocate over here, if you're not your own your own best cheerleader here, who's going to do that for you? And you're afraid. You're afraid. Yeah, and again, they're saying that you just have so much on your plate. You have so much going on. But the thing is that if you were to go forward with a lawsuit, it is telling me right here, talk to lawyers, reach out. You need to talk to people, and your life can be completely different. If you were to just like write it out and bear it, well, I mean, there won't be any consequences. You would move on with your life. You would leave and you would move on with your life. But if you do, one second, I'm getting a phone call. One second. Hi there. So sorry about that. I got a phone call. Uh, Today has just been one of those days where good things are happening for me. Good things are happening for me. So that was a very good, very important, positive phone call. I'm going to go into an interview for a yoga studio. And turns out that somebody wants to sublease it with me. Nobody, they're not trying to hire me. They're trying to sublease with me, which is great. Um, so yeah, let's see. So I saw that you sent another donation. Thank you so much for that. And what was your next question? So the cards say if I find the right lawyer, I've got a good chance to win in the end, but to write it out is to surrender to the continuing misery. Um, Basically, and they're saying it would just, I mean, things would be fine because you would leave and then you would be in a better scenario. Yes, things would be fine, but I mean, you would still have that resentment in your heart. I think it's going to be really hard for you to forgive them and forgive yourself for, surrendering to something. I think you would go back and forth if you were to leave, that damn, like I could have had a good opportunity to make some money that could help me out with the next few years of my life, blah, 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 right? So, what is your next question? And then you said right here, so I'm in a stronger position if I fight. Um, well, the cards are saying it's really up to you if you want to. There's a benefit for you. But if you were to leave, you would be fine. You would just leave and, you would be in a different scenario, blah, blah, blah. But you're in a place in your life where you feel like you deserve better. You're in a position in your life where you deserve to be respected, to be treated right, and to be respected enough not to be affected by people's scam, you know, that people should respect you as a person. I think I just like if you can flesh out more about who is the right people to help me. How will I identify them? Well, the way I can help you with that, let's just say you've already did some Googling and you found 3 local lawyers in your area, right? Or a few lawyers in your area. If you can give me their name or the name of the law firm, and I can tell you which ones of those 3 would it be best to help you. Do you want to do that? If you don't have any in mind, I mean, Google them. Google them. I will wait for you. There's nobody else here on the chat anyway. Helpful in what sense? Helpful in what sense? Meaning, like, would they cooperate with you? Would they be witnesses and help defend you in court or be on your side in court? What do you mean? All right. Do you know their zodiac signs? Jenny's zodiac sign or Lisa's zodiac sign? Jenny is on my side, but Lisa is questionable. Okay. She has personal interest. Hey, as long as, you guys work together, fuck it. You know, who cares if they have an agenda? I mean, we can all use the money, right? Signs are unknown. All right. So let's see. Jenny or Lisa, if you were to involve them, would they help you would this help you with your case and possibly winning? The thing is that I feel like you have to do your part in making it seem like they are your friends, okay? And if they are your friends or they're kind of like more like neighborly kind of distant friends, if I were you, I would make it a point to make it like a girls' night, or to make it a point to, apart from, of course, like having them close so that you can fight this case, try to make it a thing where it's like you're trying to really be friends with them. Even if you don't like them personally, I think it would work best for you if you were to try to make them your girlfriends, make them your friends, part of like your girl gang, you know? And thank you, Maritza. I'll be with you in just a second. As far as for Jenny, do I think she's totally on board? I feel like she's like 50-50. I feel like she is. I think she's someone who's really smart, and I think she's someone who really thinks outside the box. She would be a really good person to brainstorm with. She is a little afraid about the whole thing. I think she's a little afraid about it, but I do think that, she really could use the money, you know. As far as Lisa, I think she's really willing to do it. I think Lisa, I feel like, even though you feel like Lisa's questionable, from what my cards tell me, is that Lisa really could use the money. She's really good she's really resourceful. And the only thing is that she is struggling with her health. Okay. I also do see that I see some hospital time, or she's been kind of like in and out of the hospital, or she will be. But she's also really resourceful. And I feel like right now, yeah, she might be like, should I not? But then eventually she will jump the wagon and she would be like, you know what, let's do it. But I do see that she will be suffering from her health eventually, if she's not already. Okay. But as far as for Jenny, I feel like she is very introspective. She's really smart, and she really does think outside the box. Lisa too. Lisa too. Um, but I think she's more. I think she's interested in. I mean, who cares what anyone's motive is? It's the idea that, all of y'all can really use the money, and it can really make a major difference for all of you. To be honest with you, um, I got your donation. Thank you so much. She had a minor knee surgery last year, but she is walking well now. Perfect. Jenny is truthful. Lisa needs gaming. Jenny, the thing about Lisa, I feel like it's not that she needs gaming. I think she's more of the person that I feel like she's kind of like, should I not? She can be a little indecisive sometimes, but she's actually really smart and she's really resourceful. Okay, she might either know people, or she, if she has kids, maybe her kids are educated and they know people that can help you guys out. But I see that something can happen. She's either resourceful or she's got people. But I do think that she is back and forth, and it's primarily because of her health. You're correct. They're both very intelligent. Jenny's plate is full. Lisa's hyper and works with the owners. Okay, okay, okay. I mean, just because you work with for somebody, I mean, that doesn't mean you can't go for what's right, you know? I feel like they both could be pretty resourceful. But I think what will work best for you, especially to help with the convincing, is try to befriend them a little bit. Like if you got to invite them to your house every Friday night to play poker and to have a couple of wine, a couple of, bottles of wine, have friends, and not just to talk about the court stuff or the possible court stuff. I mean, actually try to genuinely be their friend. Okay. I would actually do that. And I think that would help, especially for Lisa, for her to make up her mind. But I think for the both to get closer and more comfortable with the idea, because I do see that Jenny is a little scared about this whole thing. Okay. How much money? Well, all I saw was that it would make a difference in your life, where if you feel like you're barely scraping by, you're going to feel like you have a little bit more leg room, or at least find something that is nice, something that you can live more comfortably in, right? Do you have any other more questions for me, Elizabeth? Uh, Yes, take your time with it, get to know them. If you got to do a thing where it's like you're going to try to invite them over like every Friday night or something and try to make them your friends first to kind of get them like a little closer to you, do so. And I think genuinely you guys would become pretty good friends. Okay. I'm very pleased again with your insight. Thank you very much. Okay. And yeah, like I said, get to know them, whatever, and then eventually kind of start talking about the court case a little bit. And you did say that they're both very intelligent and resourceful, so maybe once you feel like you've gone on to their good side, start bringing that stuff up and see if they know anyone, if they know anybody, and move from there. Okay. Do you have any other questions for me? Last year I asked you about nickname and you said that's not his real name, is it? And today you picked out some very accurate descriptions of the present. So I'm going to use your words to reinforce my desire to go for it. Thank you and good night. Thank you, Elizabeth, for coming in. Okay. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you ever need me, I am here. Okay. All righty, Maritza or Ritz, are you here? I saw your donation. How you doing? All right. So your question is, does RM Virgo check my social media? Ritz. So Maritza, you're a Cancer. Can you give me the Virgo's first name? Just his first name. I don't need his full name. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see. Does Rose Virgo check your social media? Maritza Cancer. Alrighty, so we have Five of Cups, Queen of Swords, King of Cups reversed, the World reversed, Five of Cups, Eight of Wands. Oh, especially with the Eight of Wands, I'm going to say that's a total yes. Yes, I feel like partly it's because she's bored and she's not happy with herself and her life. And although you feel like you have some challenges in your life and you have things that are going on in your life, like everyone else, we have some good things going on in our lives, but sometimes we have some things that are not going so well in our lives. Um, you're doing your very best, at least on social media, to express that your life is very, very good, but you definitely do have some stresses in your life. And I think it pisses her off seeing that you're happy. As far as Rose, I do think that yeah, she actively checks, and as a matter of fact, I think it depresses her knowing that you're doing better. I think it depresses Rose, and it also makes her feel like she was kind of just left behind and just not being. Uh, she feels like you don't think about her. She sees you so happy, doing so well. At least through social media, you make yourself look so happy and like and fulfilled that she feels like you totally forgot about her. She feels like you totally for Rose feels like you totally forgot about him. You know, um, and it's almost making her feel kind of just like cynical. But I got a definite yes. I wouldn't be surprised if she has contacted you recently or she will be contacting you very soon. But she's definitely checking your social media. Do you have any other questions for me, Maritza? Alrighty, Maritza. Well, thank you so much for stepping in to talk to me. I will talk to you soon. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna wait about 5-10 minutes because I gotta get ready to see a yoga studio that I might sublease tonight, and I need to go and eat before I do that. So I'm only gonna wait for a good 5-10 minutes before I end the live stream. Okay, guys? Yeah, sometimes people play mind games with themselves, you know? Happens.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it out. See you guys later. Bye.